Hello students. Today we will see the remaining things related to quadratic equation for class 10. So welcome in this session, and what things in this topic of quadratic equation we have yet discussed till today before this lesson. So just I am recapitulating the same that we have already introduced quadratic equation. We have got the introduction of quadratic equation, followed by we have seen that how we can check the given equation is quadratic or not. After that we have seen two methods of solving quadratic equation, one by factorization method and another by completing the square method. Taking suitable example, we have discussed these. Now let us derive one formula which is actually to solve the general form of quadratic equation, which will result in the form of formula for next steps of this topic. So let us take how to solve the general form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. So let us solve this equation. So student, it is actually derivation of quadratic formula. So in this what we do, first of all we divide the LHS and RHS both part by a. So it will be ax square by a plus bx by a plus c by a equal to 0 by a. Now cancelling a in the first term, now it is x square, and we multiply by 2 numerator and denominator both of the second term, that I mean bx by a is now multiplied by 2 to its numerator as well as in denominator, and then we take the terms which is b by 2a, leaving 2 and x. We will take the remaining, that is b by 2a. So we will add the square of b by 2a, and then we will subtract the same, that is the square of b by 2a, so that logically we have done nothing, and then we will write the remaining term of equation above as it is c by a. So plus c by a is equal to 0. Now you see the first three terms, that is now on an identity, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So it will be equal to a plus b whole square, that is x plus b by 2a whole square, as x is our a and b by 2a is our b. So it is a plus b whole square. So x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, now we will bring these remaining terms to RHS, which is b by 2a whole square minus c by a. On simplifying this, finally we come to this step where it is b square minus 4ac by 4a square. So now it is equal to x plus b by 2a whole square. Quite natural, x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square minus 4ac by 4a square. So if we remove this whole square, then it will be x plus b by 2a is equal to under root b square minus 4ac by 4a square, which ultimately equal to plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now since we have to find x, so in the next step we will write x is equal to just transposing plus b by 2a towards RHS. So it will be minus b by 2a plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now taking LCM 2a, we have the result minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Therefore x is equal to minus b plus minus under root d by 2a, where d is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is called discriminant, because discriminant is a word whose meaning is one who decides something. So here b square minus 4ac, for this b square minus 4ac we have taken the symbol d. So d is called discriminant because it will decide the nature of roots of quadratic equation given. So it is called discriminant, means deciding factor. So in this way we have x equal to minus b plus minus under root d by 2a, where d is equal to b square minus 4ac. So if we separate these, then there is two form of x, that is one is x equal to minus b plus under root d by 2a, and another is x equal to minus b minus root under d by 2a. So this formula is popularly known as quadratic formula, and now we will use this formula and will solve the quadratic equation. But as you have listened, student, that d, which is actually b square minus 4ac, is the deciding factor to decide the nature of roots. So before going the solution for a given quadratic equation, we should first know its nature of roots. It means by finding d, which is equal to b square minus 4ac. So if we put b square minus 4ac, the values of b, a and c in this, and getting the value of d, we can predict that the given quadratic equation will have which type of roots, which is called nature of roots. So actually discriminant d, b square minus 4ac, decides the nature of root. Two things: whether roots are possible or not. If possible, then what will be the nature of roots? So let us take this, that what are the different nature of roots. So for this we come to this page. So here you see, student, it is clearly mentioned, the heading, that we are now discussing discriminant, that is d. So what is written here? Let us see. For a given quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0, if we find b square minus 4ac, then it is called discriminant and symbolized as d, capital D. So we say that d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Here the meaning is also given inside the bracket, that discriminant is a word having meaning one who decides something. Since it decides the nature of roots of a given quadratic equation, so such name discriminant is given to b square minus 4ac and the symbol d. Now there are three different cases or three different conditions for a given quadratic equation. And what are these conditions? So let us take one by one. That if we find d, that is b square minus 4ac, taking the value of b A and C from the given equation. As you know, B is the coefficient of x, A is the coefficient of x square, and C is the constant term. So just viewing the given quadratic equation, we can have the value of A, B and C. Now putting these in the formula of B square minus 4AC, we can find discriminant. Now the situations are, if it comes greater than 0, that is if D is greater than 0, then for that given equation the two roots are real, that is from real number family, and they are unequal or they are distinct. Okay, now if this D comes equal to 0, exactly it is 0, then there would be two real roots, but both the roots are equal. And the third situation is, if discriminant comes less than 0, say negative, then for the given quadratic equation, for such equation, there will no be real roots. So roots are not possible. So for such equation we will write, since discriminant is less than 0, so no real roots possible for the given equation. Now student, one more condition comes when we combine the first two conditions. You just have listened that first condition is D is greater than 0, roots are real and unequal. Second condition is D equal to 0, roots are real and equal. So by combining these two conditions, we have one more condition, that is if discriminant is greater and equal to 0, then we say that the given quadratic equation will have real roots. Now among real, whether they will be equal or they will be unequal, that depends upon the specific example. So one more condition we memorize, that for real roots, only for real roots, the condition is D greater and equal to 0. So here the different situations are. Now we will take example of each type. So let us see here for the to solve, this is the derivation again. So we will take here example. So it is again the same page. Now it is here, let us see. So condition related. Now we will search that page. First just a minute. So here condition B and C. So okay students, so let us take one by one. So here you see one example is to determine the nature of roots for the given quadratic equation, although here equation is just gone cut in taking the photo. So it is actually x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So here A is 1, you see A is 1, B is a minute. So A is 1, B is minus 2 and C is 1. So first of all, to determine the nature, we find D equal to B square minus 4AC, so it is 0. And we have already seen that if D is 0, then roots are real and equal. So this equation will have both the roots real and equal. So by putting in the formula for finding roots, so roots equal to minus b plus minus under root d by 2a, as d is already 0, so it will be minus 2 plus minus root 0 by 2 into 1, which is finally 2 plus minus 0 by 2. And if we separate these plus and minus, then both will come 2 by 2, 2 by 2, that is 1 and 1. So both the roots are from real number family and both are equal. Similarly, here one more example is that determine the nature of given equation. And equation is x square minus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. So taking the values of a, b and c, a is 1, b is minus 4 and c is 5. Now we find discriminant d equal to b square minus 4ac, which is minus 4 here, you see. So d is coming minus 4, which is less than 0. So the condition comes discriminant is less than 0. So what we will do, we will write that no real roots are possible. So here it is written that roots are not real. Okay, one more condition is there, which is here. So you see here instruction of question, what I was telling you is also given, that for the given quadratic equation, determine the nature of roots. If roots are real, then find roots also. So this is our question. The first case is given equation is 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So here a equal to 2, b equal to minus 3 and c equal to 1. So finding discriminant, putting in the formula b square minus 4ac, it comes 1, which is greater than 0. So nature of root will be roots are real and unequal. Now we will find the roots, that is the value of x, by putting in the formula minus b plus minus under root d by 2a, which is quadratic formula. So here it is minus 3 plus minus root 1 by 2 into 2, and ultimately it is equal to 3 plus minus 1 by 4, and separating them we get two values. One is 3 plus 1 by 4 and another is 3 minus 1 by 4. So it is 1 and 1 by 2. So in this way the roots are from real number family 1 and 1 by 2, and they are unequal also. So these three conditions are, we have taken the different example, suitable example for each condition. Again I am just telling you that one condition is d is greater than 0, another condition is d is equal to 0, and the third condition is d is less than 0. So we have taken different conditions for, and suitable examples. We have already discussed this. Now we will see some words problem. So here student, one words problem which is really very important and usually it is asked in examination. So I am reading the question that a train running with uniform speeds covered a distance of 360 kilometers in a definite hour, and when its speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour, then it takes 1 hour less to cover the same distance. Find the uniform speed of the train. So I think question is clear, that a train is running with uniform speed and we don't know the speed, and it covers 360 kilometer distance in a fixed hour. And next situation is, if the speed of train is increased by 10 kilometer per hour, then the same distance train will cover in 1 hour less time. So to find the uniform speed of train, so first of all what we do, first of all let us suppose that uniform speed of train be x kilometer per hour, then distance given, it is 360 kilometers. So using formula for time, we find the time, that is distance by speed, so which is 360 by x. Since it is time, so it will come in r. So with uniform speed, train is taking time 360 by xr. Now its speed has been increased by 10 km per hour. So its new speed is x plus 10 km per hour. Again we find the time by using distance by speed. So it will be 360 by x plus 10. Now, according to question, we will write these two time on two different sides. Say the first one is 360 by xr. The second, after increasing the speed, the time is 360 by x plus 10. Now you just give stress to think that in which case time 1 hour is less being taken by the train. So when the speed of train has been increased, it means from in the right hand side, actually this time is the time when speed is increased by 10 km per hour. So this time is 1 hour less actually. So to make them equal, we have added here 1 hour. Then these two time will be now equal. And now simplifying, we get finally x equal to 80. So we have supposed x the uniform speed of train. So we can say that uniform speed of train is 80 km per hour. Now student, we will see one question that is called condition related question. So for that we just see one page here. Okay student, so see, this is called condition related question, where we have to find the unknown quantity, say k or p, which is given in the question, that is in the quadratic equation, and we have to find that unknown quantity, either it is k or it is p, when condition is mentioned in the question. Say for example, we take this example, find k if the quadratic equation x square minus kx plus 4 equal to 0 has real and equal roots. So here student, you just pay attention that what is said in this question. In this question it is said that you have to find this k. When it is to be found, when it is mentioned that equation is already having real and equal roots. So we will use the condition for real and equal roots. So answer is like this, that we know that for real and equal roots, d must be equal to 0. So we write d equal to 0, implies that b square minus 4ac should be 0. Now putting these values, we get k square minus 16 equal to 0, and ultimately k is plus minus 4. So in this way we have got the value of k, and this is called condition related question, where condition is already mentioned in the question, and we have to find the unknown quantity, that is k or p, what is given in the equation. So student, this is all about for this session related to quadratic equation, and hope that you have got a sound and stepwise concept, that is called sequential concept of this topic, and hope that now you are able to solve the rider problem of your book, either it is NCERT or any other book. You can solve the maximum question. Even then, if there is any doubt, you can share with me by any digital mode. Now we will meet again in the next upcoming video. So don't forget to make comment, share, and subscribe. Thanking you. We will meet again. Till then, goodbye.